Welcome to the Organised Family for another week. We have been in full reno mode, which I feel like my look really depicts reno mode and what has been happening. So these school holidays, we're in New South Wales, so the New South Wales school holidays of the middle of the year, we decided to finally do our laundry renovation project. So we bought a fixer-upper around 5 years ago now, but our plans have been a lot slower than we had anticipated. We've added another child to the mix since then, and there have been lots of other things going on, but slowly, room by room, we are ticking things off. So these holidays, it was definitely time to get that laundry done. Now, if you follow me on social media, I have been really strategic when I show my butler's pantry. I am really strategic of what is in the frame, because just to the right of my butler's pantry has been a dumping ground of junk where my old laundry was that had been ripped out, and we didn't do the laundry renovation when we did the kitchen, and we're actually undecided what we were going to do with that space. We've had a number of different plans, whether we put a wall in there and make it part of the bathroom, whether we made it a laundry. You know, we've gone backwards and forwards for a number of months really, but we finally decided we were going to make it the laundry. So it was time to do it. So in the meantime, our laundry has been out on our back veranda. We have a Queenslander room that is mostly completely enclosed in, and that's where the laundry has been, which has not been ideal. But unfortunately, as my husband started this project, I got sick. So I was in bed for most of the project and just kind of got out of bed and took some footage. Usually though, when we do our renovation projects, he does all of the building and all of the renovating, and I take care of the kids and household. So I'm going to share our transformation from crappy old laundry to new laundry. I'll pop all the details of what we have used in the caption below. So we used a lot of Bunnings, Kaboodle, National tiles for our backsplash, but I will sit down and I'll write down everything and put it in the caption, so check that out. And I will also see if I can rope my husband into answering a few questions about the renovation. This is my husband, Aaron. You may have seen him pop in and out of videos along the way, but this video is definitely more about him than me, our laundry renovation, because you're the one that has done everything.
Yeah, had to do most of it.
So usually when we do renovations, he does all the hard work and I just take care of the kids and the house.
No, I definitely call on you when I need something carried in or balanced or held up right.
That's
and I
true.
have a very small window that I can get your help in.
That's true. I did have my arm through the wall this time pulling out the electrical cords.
Yep.
And I did...
Holding the wall cabinet up on the wall while I screwed it in.
Yeah, I did do that as well. So, doing a DIY laundry renovation, what do you think is the most challenging thing? If someone was going to do this themselves, what do you need to be prepared for?
You need to be prepared to make changes when it's raining every day and you can't cut where you plan to, and you're carting mud in and out of the house all the time.
Yeah, doing it with terrible weather definitely was not ideal.
That was frustrating. But anyway, the hardest thing, I don't know, it's hard to visualize how everything is going to fit in a small space, because you have we've had limited space in there, had our appliances we needed to get in, and had a pretty good plan, but still had to make adjustments along the way. Along with that, is also then working in a confined space. And that was both confined inside the laundry and then inside the roof when having to run cables down, but at least I didn't have to go under the house this time.
That is true.
That was good. Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, you don't actually have any official trade, do you?
Teaching.
Yeah. So he is a primary school teacher and has no official trade, and so when I say we, you have been learning through all of our renovations how to do everything through talking to friends and watching YouTube. Do you think that's possible for anyone to do? If somebody was like, yep, you have no trades, you've renovated, maybe we could do it, what advice would you give there? Do you think anyone can do it?
Yeah, I think that anyone who is willing to take their time and learn from others and actually have a go, yeah, definitely everyone can have a go at doing it. Just the quality of the finish may vary as different people go through it, but I think that most things we've done have been pretty well achievable. Well, I don't know, I think if I can do it, then I feel like most people can do it.
You are good at learning things though.
I do like learning new things.
Yeah. And what about, from your perspective, juggling renovations and family life and small kids? So obviously I share a lot about with people my perspective from motherhood and being a busy mum and doing things like running my business and looking after the kids and all of that. But from your perspective, what is it like? Because you work full time, you have your own business, we obviously have our family, and then trying to fit renovations in.
Yeah, that's one of the other hard bits, is trying to find those windows between everything you're doing to try to fit it in. I was lucky this time that we had school holidays, and so it was actually a couple of weeks that I didn't have to go into work. Yes, still thinking about things. Yes, I still had gigs on and stuff like that. But if we're really intentional about planning a time in the future and forward thinking, making sure that you've thought about materials, even ordering materials and things like that, then you can generally get it done in that small window that you do have.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what you've said there is definitely key. You can't just wake up one day and decide that you're going to do it. You actually need to put it in and have a plan and designate the time to do the project, because with family life you're never just going to have spare time. But also pre-thinking about all your materials and sourcing them, particularly at the moment, because things, if you need to order things, then that can take a long time at the moment. So we were really purposeful because we decided, we'd been planning this for a long time and we knew what we wanted and what we wanted to do, but we didn't pre-order our materials this time because it was kind of a last minute decision to do the project. So when we shopped, we intentionally shopped products that were in stock.
And made a day out of it. Took the kids to Bunnings, they had a play, we had a coffee and something at the little cafe. Yeah,
I'm glad you said made a day out of it, because that morning though you said,
a day out of it.
Let's go to Bunnings and pick up a few things. And yeah, absolutely, a day later, which I have footage to show, we were still there. But we got everything that we needed, and so we were able to complete the project in a short period of time. All right, any other final thoughts?
On doing it, I think that, like you mentioned earlier, relying on friends that have knowledge. Definitely a shout out to our good friend Richie, who was my brains trust when I have a problem. Like, how should I do this? How can I run that? Having friends like that is definitely a big help. But yeah, YouTube, doing your own research, and then just having a go, really.
Absolutely. Well, I think it turned out pretty great.
I think it turned out really good. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, me too. We would love to know what you think, so let us know in the comments below. If you love it, if you have any other questions, I will answer what I can, or I'll ask him and I will post on his behalf and answer your questions. Now, this is our starting space that we had to work with. So of course, the first thing straight up is demo and get everything out. Where are we going?
Bunning! Bunning! To get a treat!
So we ended up ditching Dad. The kids had a play, I enjoyed a coffee and checked out the latest Bunnings magazine for some inspo. But he wasn't kidding when he said we were there all day. We literally were, and it was too much for this little guy, so he had a little nap on me, and then I grabbed a trolley as a pram, makeshift pram, and we finally made our way out. Next up, it was time to pull up our tiles and get that floor prepped. We laid underfloor insulation. And as Aaron said, there were definitely moments we just had to sit, problem solve, think things through, and make sure we got it right the first time so you didn't have to rip things up and try again. Taking our time was so worth it because the floors look seamless. Next, I had the job of waiting with a towel and watching the pipes while my husband turned the water on, and he said, if it comes pouring out, grab the towel and stop it. Thankfully, nothing came out. But the weather remained torrential, which was definitely not ideal. This is where our laundry has been on our back Queenslander room, and if you have ever renovated, things get messy. They get moved from one place to another. I will be so glad when the laundry's back inside. Now, when we did our kitchen renovation, my husband learned how to do all of the trade assistant jobs, which has really helped us save money. So here he's going up the manhole with the electrical wire, and he is going to be running the wires all through the roof so the electrician can just come in and do his part, connect it all up, which saves us time on labor.
That's so tiny.
Let's do it with this tool.
Abby, write it down. You?
I need to shave off probably half a blade from here. And then, otherwise, I get my level, sit that on there. Actually, it looks actually quite like it. Get my level, sit it on there, put the block underneath, screw that in once I'm happy with the height. Talk to your uncle.
Healthy? I can do it. I've got superpowers. I can carry that. I can. Because I have superpowers. If they cleaned it our house, they will put them and
Now, this is a trick of the trade that we also learned when we did our kitchen renovation. You screw a piece of timber on your wall where you want the bottom of the cabinet to be. You straighten that piece of timber, and then you are able to rest your cabinet on that piece of timber, which makes it so much easier to ensure that it is straight, to help hold the weight and to screw it in. One of the best hacks ever. Since we had been working right next to the pantry, everything got filthy. So as my husband finishes up with doing the grouting, it's now my turn to step in, pull everything out of the pantry, clean everything, and then reorganize and put it all back. a week later and we are all done, and I couldn't be happier. Now, I still have to organize the laundry cupboard and get some systems in place. I will probably just share that as a quick reel, so make sure you're following me at Cara Grace Co. Thanks for joining me this week. I hope you have really enjoyed seeing the transformation on what we have done with our laundry. Under $1,000, which has been amazing for the budget. I'll be back here next week, next Thursday, with a brand new video. You will catch a brand new video here every Thursday on wellness, cooking, family life, or organization. So please make sure you subscribe and turn the notifications on so you know when a new video has been launched. But a couple of other announcements with what's happening in my business. My online course, The Organized Family, is going to be running for a second time. I've announced that on my email and on my socials this week. I'm definitely going to be running it for a second time. It is going to be happening in September because we're going to do a big spring clean reset for The Organized Family. It's a 6-week online program to help you get things organized, and goes through habits and mindset changes and organization tips. So I'm going to give more information about that over the coming months, but I just wanted to give you a heads up because I know there were a lot of mums last time who were really keen to join but had a tight budget, which I fully understand. Petrol prices have gone up, interest rates, inflation. It's a tough time right now. So I wanted to give you plenty of notice so you can start putting some money aside so you can join me for the Organized Family 6-week online program. But I also wanted to let you know that I have changed the way that I'm offering the program, and I'm now offering different levels of membership that you can sign up to. So you can opt in for a cheaper option, which is going to be under $30, I might add, and you get some inclusions, and then there'll be like a middle level where you get more inclusions for a little bit more money, and then there'll be the top tier level with all the inclusions, and will be the most expensive option. So just wanted to let you in on that little thing that is coming up. Start saving your money, keep an eye on my socials, and I will keep you updated to when doors open, and between now and September I'll start giving you some sneak peeks and explain it to you more and let you know what it is all about. But in the meantime, I have plenty of freebies on my website, so make sure you check them out. There are free recipes. I've got some brand new bliss balls that have been uploaded in the last week. I've got a brand new blog on how to sleep better as a mum. And I also have a free downloadable at the moment, 7 things you can start doing right now to have more time in your week. So I'll pop all those links below in the caption because I know that was a lot of information. But thanks for joining me this week, and I will see you next week.